But on for the first topic. You know who needs to stay away from little kids? Lil Boom. He needs to stay away from little kids. This whole situation is the reason why I'm scared to have kids. I'm not gonna lie. So Lil Boom is what would you say, a meme artist? Because
that is probably the best way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah. So this meme artist, he got caught on cam.
You may know him from such hits as "Fuck Steph Curry" and "Fuck Brown Brown."
Exactly. Yeah, he got caught up following multiple kids.
Yeah, in a Walmart on the same day. It's an interesting. Yeah, it's crazy.
There's a lot of facets to this that just blow me. One is
how the information came out.
Yeah, that's fair.
Lil Boom doxed this woman and her child, all their information into a Discord with all the academics, little chat bums, right? And she goes ahead and drops the information. That's why you're a pedophile, sir. That's why you were being looked for by this, was it Arcana County or whatever, or something like that.
And a lot of parts that upset me, not even the fact that he went and doxed this woman, the fact that he thought that was like an okay thing to do not because he's just famous, but because he has like a backing that's not even his backing. Because that's fucking insane. That is insane.
Nah, you should have known he was a sex weirdo from the jump when he doxed that woman. Because what kind of beef you get into with a woman? You know what I'm saying?
What is going on? Literally, yeah. No, I feel that. And as I'm watching the surveillance clips of him literally following these young girls around this store, I sit back and think, even as an individual that's trying to become famous content-wise, why would you even think that's an okay outside of that either? And even if you are a freakazoid, you know that the world is watching you in this exact moment, but yet that's the move you do? Gross.
Nah, he's walking up behind girls, unsuspecting girls, taking pictures of them while they bent over and stuff. And
my whole thing, did you see the one where he like grazes past?
Yeah, that same girl. I think so he's taking the pictures of her and stuff like she's bent over after he grazes past her while she's bent over. And this old lady comes and puts a cart in between because he's just there being a fucking weirdo, just taking pictures like in the middle of the store, like nobody can see him.
The craziest part about that, his reasoning was, yeah, I was going to go buy some fish, and then he went and said I was going to go get my sister a present. Comes into the store, buys nothing, leaves the store with nothing. Ridiculous.
Didn't even have a cart. Like, couldn't get a little one of them.
No basket, no nothing. Just chilling out at the cosmetic aisle. And you know what? Honestly, so
when they questioned him about being in the cosmetic aisle, you know, he didn't remember it.
He said he wasn't. I was there.
That's crazy.
Oh my God. And so for the two people that he was first harassing, honestly, props to the young girl that was trying to protect her friend, because it's like, you don't know who this random man is, and you were just like, no, I'm not going for it. That's fire. I do love that aspect. And it gets even weirder when he could have got charged with even more than just video voyeurism. Video voyeurism.
Is that what he got charged with?
He could have got charged with it, but technically, since she was wearing pants, it doesn't count.
I do
when you're
remember
taking
that.
Pictures, yeah.
I remember hearing that when they were talking about it and being like, "That is the craziest shit I have ever heard."
Yeah, it's the little nuances thing of
it's because of what she was wearing, it was not technically meeting the requirements or whatever. Also, apparently, he tried to kind of skirt the ramifications after you get convicted by pleading no contest.
Oh yeah.
So he pled
Isn't that the idea where it's like, I'm not saying I did it, but I'm also saying that I did not do it. I'm just gonna plead no contest. Is that the idea?
You plead no contest is like you're accepting the charges, but you're not saying that you did it. Whereas if you were to plead not guilty, you're saying I didn't do it and I'm not taking the charges. Guilty, I did it, I'm taking the charges. Yeah. So you get this in between area where you're not taking any accountability, but you're getting charged. So and in Florida, once you're convicted of any simple battery or anything like that, whether it's a misdemeanor or not, it stays on your record forever. So
so was he trying to just not have it on his record?
you would have to go. He would have to try to say that he wasn't guilty, but there's so much evidence that you had to plead, or not had to, but he chose to plead no contest.
And the ways that he was trying to skirt going to prison over this. The first one where he was like, "Oh, they're trying to get after me. This is just racism." Not to mention that the other lady was just a black young girl too.
You know what's the craziest part? Seeing him try to explain it to academics on the phone. And he's just like, what? Boom, what is this? What are you doing? So, bro, she was in my way. I was trying to move her out the way, bro. I swear it's not what it looks like.
No lie. Especially the fact that we just got done with COVID. You didn't want to just take a break and let that just pass on? No, you said, nah, I need to get to right there right now, and there's nothing I can even do about it.
Man. And then it's just
so much potential and just a fucking weirdo. Continue.
And that's like what he did with his day. That's the thing that fucks me up more than anything, is like there's so many different clips of that. You got the same fit on. I'm assuming it's the same day. It's like, what the fuck do you be doing with your time? Like, you just like, Tuesday afternoon, grow up little girls at Walmart. Like, what the fuck? That's weird. He took his mom's truck to the Walmart too. Like, you're just weird, bro.
Honestly, the most damning part about all this, when he went on his live stream and then he went and tried to be like, nah, I didn't do none of that. He went and made a whole response video to that. That's fucking insane.
You know how 1090J got involved?
Oh.
Somebody sent him the Facebook post. He saw Lil Boom commented on it saying, I think he said he never got charged and that he wasn't on a registry or something. And then 1090Jake replied and was like, oh, really? He's like, because he's like, you know what 1090Jake does? He's going to go look up the paperwork. I don't got to argue with you. Let's see what happened. So he looks up the paperwork. He was convicted. He had so much time where he couldn't have unsupervised contact with minors, and he had to go get a psychosexual evaluation. I've never even heard of that. Of all the cop stuff I've ever watched, I've never heard of that. But yeah.
Being attracted to children is such an insane accusation to the fact that it was actually true. Nah, that's fucking ridiculous. As he was going on, as this was going on, seeing academics have to come to realization that his homie was just a pathological, not just liar, but weirdo too. I don't even know what I would do in that type of situation.
Sat there and lied to that man for hours just to be like, yeah, I did that. Da, da, da. I know we probably never gonna be the same, but da, da, da.
We not gonna be the same. She's not gonna be the same. What do you mean us? It's not about us. What are you talking about? Oh my god.
So I be telling you, bro. You gotta now. I guess you gotta do a fucking sex offender registry lookup on all the homies. You ever meet a new nigga at a party? Oh, that sounded bad, weird. You ever meet a homie at a party? You make a new friend or whatever. You gotta look them up. Make sure they ain't got no pending cases,
bro. Oh god, I need a back. Not gonna lie. That's why I don't even blame famous folk when they're like, yeah, no, I have a private investigator. I don't even know what to tell you, bro. Oh my god, I knew everything about you even before you even pulled up. So no worries, you're good.
That's crazy. You gotta do a criminal lookup. I'm trying to think. What is it called when you look up the paperwork? There has to be a word for it, but you gotta look up everybody's paperwork now. I gotta see if you've ever been arrested. That's man.
The worst part about it, I could see it in academics' eyes where he's literally like, I made you. I literally made you. And then this is what you do with it. Oh my god. It seems like this is the type of just company that just keeps coming around this nigga too. Just crazy shit. Or is that too much of a jump too early?
I don't know if you can say that given the only other situation that is in a sexual vein with academics was not his fault. It was not sexual assault.
Yeah, that's fair.
Deemed by the police.
Yeah, that's fair.
So the only other situation that we're talking about is he had some girl come over and he was like drunk and he had like fell asleep. And when she got there, she fucked his homies. And then the next morning was like, oh, that was rape. I didn't do that. I was drunk or something. And then the cops were like, no, but They didn't charge anybody with anything. I don't know what the cops said. That he makes it very clear. He's like, nobody got charged, nobody went to jail. Mm-hmm. They got the footage. Everybody cooperated. So I couldn't have been nothing too crazy.
But my whole thing I'm trying to say is just the fact that this is another time of just such a bad look being attributed to him. It's just a lot extra wahala that does not need to be going on in this exact moment.
That's why I feel like Hollywood exists the way that it does. You know how people talk about Illuminati and all the rest of the BS, right? It's the Diddy type people, right? That make Hollywood so that it can exist the way that it does. This is gonna sound like a little offbeat because I just realized it doesn't quite make sense. But hear me out.
Okay. We're pontificating.
They get these like stories and stuff. So you go do some bullshit. That's one thing. But you also got people like Diddy that's going to do some bullshit with you and record it and then hold that shit over your head and be like, all right, so now you're going to do whatever I need you to do. Mm-hmm. Or if I need a favor or whatever, you're going to do that shit because
I'll ruin your career.
Blackmail is very serious. So I think that goes on a lot. And that's why shit kind of is the way it is. Like somebody had that. Yeah. And just waited for some shit to happen. Like it's been out. It happened. It existed. Motherfucker had a mask on. So it had to have been like at least a year or two ago. Mm-hmm. But you gotta wait for something to happen, and then people want to drop it and shit. So it's like, I think it's interesting that
always in the perpetual fear of something like this popping out. That's fair. That makes sense.
I just think it's weird that like bad isn't bad. You know, it's only bad when it benefits you.
Oh, okay.
So if it's so terrible, you're not just gonna put this shit out. You're just gonna wait for.
I mean, but I feel like in the case of an individual like allegedly Diddy, it doesn't do anything for you to have an individual just burn. Like, you're not a saint. It didn't happen to you. You have no like buy-in on the person that this individual assaulted or da 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 da. I have nothing to do with that. So it literally only benefits him just to hold it.
But I'm saying in the case of what Lil Boom did, he did that shit, but he had to dox somebody for somebody to post it, which is like, that's kind of interesting. Yeah. I feel like that was just something you could have just said.
You like dropped it when it happened type vibe. Yeah.
Or like Diddy, like, well, I guess you can only say it's alleged with Diddy, but like, you know, he dropped the sex tapes on people allegedly whenever they're not trying to sign NDAs and deals and stuff. So
I feel it.
All kind of embarrassing footage. Or better yet, it's probably levels to that blackmail shit too. You like, all right, bet. So they don't think the threat is real enough. So you send it to like Jason Love or something, and then you show him like, oh, see, I sent it to the press or whatever. Send it to academics. They got it now. It's out of my hands.
What if they do with it? Is what they do with it? I told you to do what I said, and you just didn't do what I say. God,
there's probably levels to this shit.
Oh my god, I wonder how much people was getting paid off to keep their mouth just Munchausen over, like, no, just like in general, especially when it comes to because this is when it comes to holding videos like this. I feel like there's currency in that. Like, let's say you were cool with this other bigger individual, and you have the doxing material or the thing that will end this other individual's career, that could get you into other atmospheres just because you have the information that everybody needed.
That doesn't work like that.
How about for an individual like
you're saying like somebody like, I don't fucking know, like let's say like who's a new artist? Let's say Nardo Wick has some dirt on Drake or some shit.
Okay,
that's what you're saying basically, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Why would that happen? What? How is Drake moving so stupidly?
Oh yeah,
that you would even allow that to happen? Yeah. That's what you do. Who was it? Oh my god.
Or at least what about from bigger to even bigger? Or it wouldn't even matter.
You're right, because I can't remember who it was. It was one of those thoughts that Adam had on his podcast. But she was basically saying, she's like, yeah, one of the top 5 highest paid NBA dudes. I'd be laid up with him. He'd be going through my phone trying to get dirt on other famous dudes and shit. It's like, you're weird, bro. Like,
once you get a part of that atmosphere, I feel like you just have to. It just starts creeping into you, bro.
Be going on their Instagram and stuff and be like, hey, send me a dick pic. You're weird. No, why are you doing this? She's okay. So the girl said that whoever this mysterious NBA guy is was trying to get weird information on other famous people. She made it sound like mostly sports people, but I don't know.
Okay.
So I'm assuming, I don't know what you were texting them from this girl's phone that you think that you were gonna get otherwise.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
Jesus. Oh wow. Shall we chug along?
Sure. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm surprised. You know what? Let me not even say surprised. We might be turning a new age in American history where we'll have our first husband of the house.